What kind of a culture is supportive of innovative problem solving? In large organizations where it takes much longer for change to be implemented, we need to be very clear about what is it that we are changing about our culture so that people will collaborate more, do more experimentation, and learn more from it. Welcome back to my Thursday video series where I share examples for you to use at work to make your messaging sticky. In one research around how people change and learn, it came out that the best way to change people's attitudes and mindsets is to change their behavior, which is why companies today are introducing design thinking, agile, lean startups to get people to work and think in new and different ways. The assumption is that they will start to work that way. Initially, they will be clumsy, things will be clunky because the systems aren't set up for that. Systems aren't aligned for this. But once they start seeing the advantages of it, once they start seeing the impact and see how all this change is delighting the customers, then the adoption will happen in terms of change in behavior. And that in turn will change to lead to change in attitude and mindset. I heard about one of the ways in which this was implemented in a conversation between Harvard Business School professor Linda Hill and the editor-in-chief of HBR, Adi Ignatius. They were talking about the experience of Dr. Rakesh Suri of the Cleveland Clinic in Abu Dhabi. Rakesh had this experiment that he wanted to run, and he knew that in a hospital, everything would have to be a working hypothesis. We are going to have to deal with incomplete data, ambiguous data, and we still had to make those decisions. So he wanted to encourage his team to be brave and experiment. So he told them that once you make these decisions, we'll go ahead. And if these are the right decisions, if we get the feedback that it's working or not, well and good. But if we get the feedback that it's wrong and it's not working, I'll take the blame and pivot and think of something else. Now, imagine getting a whole hospital to think that way. So what he also believed in it was that if we had the right digital tools, it will help people measure the progress, and that will get a sense that, oh, okay, we have the tools, we can work with them, we have the right data, and that might be helpful. So what he did was, and this happened pre-COVID, he had given the nurses digital visualization tools. So the nurses held a competition to find out who had the best A/B experimentation possible to improve the efficiency and the effectiveness of their wards and the working. And because they had these tools, they just loved doing it. They began to work in different ways, and then they began getting the data around it. And so now they said, I have the data to tell me how my experiment is playing out. And it helps me think differently, and it also helps me make data-informed decision making. So if you want to adopt a digital strategy as an organization, you need to introduce these tools and give people a chance to work with them, to play with them, to work differently. And then you have to help them see this is where we are and this is what we can do. These kind of examples are showcasing of successes, and you can use them as a way to drive culture change or as part of a digital adaptation conversation. Do let me know how you use this example in your conversation. I'd love to hear from you.